a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to race preview on this Friday meeting here at Bangalore. The first race is the Beloved Prince Plate. This is a race for a handicap for horses rated 15 to 35, 4 years old and over. One will be Candlelight Queen, who ran ninth on this occasion. Is Candlelight Queen, although given a couple of backhanders, but the response was none. Ended up finishing on in that back. Mine's third for most part of the journey. Drop back is Candlelight Queen. From Blinkers, rated at 35. 2 will be High Admiral. High Admiral finished 10th. Royal Resolution was the winner of this race, and High Admiral, yet another back marker, was second last. In fact, with a bit of high action out of there. Malav Quintero of Virginia ran 10th out of 11 runners, just beat one home. Royal Resolution, the winner. Previously, winner in Bangalore Summer, beating Island Pearl, is High Admiral, rated at 35. Tongue Strap is number 2, High Admiral. 3 will be Darahasini, and the next one coming up will be number 12, Gin Daisy. These are the two runners we go across to. Let's start off with the first runner will be Darahasini. The eventual winner in this race, waiting to launch an assault, was Darahasini. Did come and beat Gin Daisy by a margin of 2.5 lengths. So the Gin Daisy leading the pack, still having that advantage about a length and a quarter. And Darahasini came with an effortless run on the outside to come and eventually win by a margin of 2.5 lengths. A pretty good convincing win coming from Darahasini. Gin Daisy did run a mighty race to come and end up finishing on second. Swanee Blinker's Tongue Strap rated at 17, whereas Darahasini is rated at 34. Tongue Strap. 4 will be Prince Azim. Prince Azim ran 7th. Scarlet Princess was the winner. Traveled about 4 wide off the fence. In that 5th position was Prince Azim, and eventually ran 7th out of 9 runners, where Scarlet Princess poked through in between runners to come and emerge victorious. And Prince Azim ended up finishing on 7th. Previously 6th out of 12 runners to be in Land of Liberty. Putting Tongue Strap rubber bit rated at 34. Juniper Sound of Silence. 5 will be NAAYAAB, the eventual winner in this race. This is race number 1 of the winter season, where NAAYAAB was the surprise package on that day and came and won by a margin of 1.25 length, beating CF Cortez. Is NAAYAAB. Net Wizard, a woman on top. Tongue Strap rated at 28. Unifier was almost in that 4th position and ended up finishing on 5th, in fact, as Unifier. Lucky Isabella was the winner of this race, but in race number 32 in his lone outing, Phoenix Star out of Neona ran 5th out of 12 runners as Unifier. Lucky Isabella, the winner, won very impressively. Is Lucky in Isabella winning by margin of 7 lengths. Unifier ran 5th. Blinkers Tungster Crossnose Band rated at 25. 8 will be Aero Speed. Aero Speed finished 5th. Aero Speed was the one which was traveling about 6 wide, and even more wide on the outside was Capstone, was the eventual winner in that race. And Aero Speed came and eventually finished on 5th on the starting. Both these runners were making their run simultaneously at the 150 meters, and Capstone was the one who showed plenty of speed to come and win by a margin of 1.5 length, whereas Aero Speed finished on 5th on this occasion, rated at 24. BAROG comes the next. Number 9 in the card is BAROG. BAROG is at a Western Aristocrat out of SIYOUNI. Is number 9 BAROG, who's had 2 outings. Favorite in his first occasion, ran 3rd behind Don't Break the Rules, and subsequently ran 2nd out of 12 runners behind Custom Cut is BAROG, rated at 23. Tongue Strap as number 9 BAROG. 10 will be Nostradamus. Nostradamus ran 6th. ALEEF was the winner of this race, and Nostradamus was the one was alongside. The inside was Nostradamus, where ALEEF was traveling on the outside of Nostradamus, and ALEEF traveled the better to win by a margin of 3/4 of a length, beating the others, whereas Nostradamus finished on 6th. The 5th BN Royal Resolution, rated at 22 from Blinkers. Tongue Strap. 11 will be Regal Force. Let's have a look at Regal Force's credential. Regal Force finished 3rd. Happy Dancing was the winner. This is the Mysore run you're looking at of Regal Force, with an advantage about a length and a quarter in front, slightly veering off the straight course. And Happy Dancing got the shortest trip towards the rails to come and win, whereas Regal Force ended up finishing on 3rd, rated at 22 from Blinkers. Tongue Strap. We move on to the second race. The Chamdi Hills Plate. Distances 1400. Forces rated 15 to 35. And we have a look at number 1 Agna with number 8 James Bond also coming up for scrutiny. Ran 11th on this outing as James Bond. Daggerbird was the winner of this race, and also coming up will be number 12 Lemato, who finished on ending up 6th on the starting. But let's have a look at Agna's credential. Last, in fact, in race number 18 this season, rated at 34 from Tongue Strap Crossnose Pen Basket Bit. 8 on the other hand is James Bond, just finished 1 ahead of one ahead of Agna, in fact, is James Bond. Epicenter, the Golden Charleston Tongue Strap Side Cheek Face rated at 25. And also going across number 12, that's Limato in race number 18, finished on 6th out of 12 runners, rated at 21 from Tongue Strap Cross Nose Band. But in a proof of Real Magic is number 12, Limato. 2 will be Find, Malafkin Tarot of Excellencies, number 2, Find, who ran 9th. Papadokia was the winner of this race, and Find was the one who was gracing the wrong end of the field. This is the Meister footage done you're looking at. Ran ending up 9th out of 11 runners, 3rd in his previous run, but on this occasion, 9th out of 11 runners, Papadokia. The winner's Tungsta Cross Span rated at 30. 3 will be I Spell Danger to All. Well, pretty consistent in his last 2 outings. In fact, his I Spell Danger to All, having run 4th on the first starting behind Dagobert, and in this occasion 3rd behind Capstone is I Spell Danger to All. Whereas AZEEMKI Princess, Dancing Forever out of Modern Art, ran 11th out of 12 runners, beating 1 home. Capstone was the winner of this race. We have seen this footage earlier where AZEEMKI Princess was positioned towards the rail, starting about 2 off the fence, and ended up in the ruck, finishing on one ahead of the last runner, rated at 26 from Blinkers. Tongue Strap Rubber Bit is number 5, AZEEMKI Princess. 6 will be, while we mount to number 4, that's Happy Dancing, is out of Dancing Forever of Circus Star is Happy Dancing. When that last position was Happy Dancing, and ended up eventually running 5th out of 13 runners under the whip, gathering momentum to end up finishing on 5th on this outing is Happy Dancing. Putting Blinkers, Tongue Strap Cross Suspend Basket Bit, rated at 28 is number 4, Happy Dancing. 6 will be Paradiso. Paradiso ran 2nd. Habanero was the winner. And Paradiso was the one who was traveling almost 4 wide off the fence under the whip. Just get a couple of reminders, and could only come and finish on 2nd, where Habanero had already stolen a march to win by a margin of 2 1/4 lengths. And Paradiso ended up finishing on 2nd on the outing, rated at 26 from Tongue Strap Hanging Bet. 7 will be Admiral 1, Admiral of the Fleet out of Auberge is number 7, Admiral 1, who ran 6th on the starting. Reverberating was the winner of this race, and Admiral 1 was traveling on the wide outside, almost the center of the track was Admiral 1, although ridden hard in fact, but never showed any improvement in the ran 6th out of 12 runners as Admiral 1. This is the Mysore footage run you're looking at. Reverberating the winner, rated at 25 from Blinkers. Tongue Strap is number 7, Admiral 1. Amazing Angel, number 9 in the card, comes up for scrutiny. And Amazing Angel ran 7th. Rorito was the winner of this race, who has been positioned towards the rails. Could have come and finish on far more closer with that wide opening, and eventually ended up finishing on 7th out of 12 runners. Rorito, the winner, rated at 24 from Tongue Strap Cross Nose Band Side Cheek Pieces, number 9, Amazing Angel. 10 will be Fiorenzo. Fiorenzo was the one who ran ending up 12th. After Hours was the winner, and Fiorenzo was last, in fact, as Fiorenzo 11th on the first turning being in Citatis, 12th out of 12 runners being After Hours. That's the form and credential. Rebuttal out of Tresemme Trim is number 10, Fiorenzo, rated at 24 from Blinkers is number 10, Fiorenzo. 11 is Bladney Stone. We hop on to Bladney Stone. It will come up next for scrutiny. Well, Bladney Stone is the next runner, is out of Rebuttal out of Velvet Queen is the number 11, Bladney Stone. Ended up eventually running 5th on the starting. Find was the winner of this race. This is the Bangalore Summer Run, as at 4 outings in Bangalore Summer, having run 7th being Cosmos, 5th being in Citatis, 2nd being Brothers in Arms, and 5th out of 11 runners. Led the field and faded out gradually is Bladney Stone. 5th out of 11 runners, Find the winner, rated at 23. The third race is the Division 2 of the Bellary Plate, about distance about 1200 meters. We have a look at number 1, Varkasva, with number 4, Panama, and number 9 coming up for scrutiny is Benediction. Let's have a look at the first runner, Varkasva. Varkasva was the one who ended up eventually running 2nd out of 12 runners behind Land of Liberty is Varkasva, rated at 48 from Tongue Strap Cross Nose Band is number 1, Varkasva. 4 on the other hand is Panama, finished on 7th on this occasion is Panama. Had that opening, could have come and ended up quite closer, but ran 7th on this outing, rated at 40s from Tongue Strap and Cross Nose Band. And also coming up will be number 9, Benediction, who ended up finishing 5th out of 12 runners is Benediction, rated at 37 for tongue strap foot pacifiers is number 9 Benediction. 2 will be Stars in His Eyes, ended up 13th on the starting, was in that mid pack. Black was on the other hand number 5 in the card, finished 5th on the starting. Bernardini was the winner. Silken Striker finished on 12th in race number 34. But let's have a look at the first runner, Stars in His Eyes, 13th out of 13 runners, last in the starting in race number 34. Sporting Crossnose Band rated at 44. Bernardini the winner, whereas number 5, that's Black Whiz. Black Whiz finished 5th on this occasion is Black Whiz. Net Whiz out of Well Rehearsed is Black Whiz, rated at 38 from Blinkers Tongue Strap. And also coming up for scrutiny is number 10 in the card, Silken Striker, 12th out of 13 runners from Blinkers Tongue Strap, rated at 37 is number 10 Silken Striker. Lucky Isabella. Well, we move on to Capstone and number 12, that's Red Galileo. Let's have a look at Capstone's credential. Race number 41 was the eventual winner in this race. Literally came with a lightning run on the outset to come and emerge victorious. Sporting Blinkers Tongue Strap rated at 38. And number 12, Red Galileo, ran 4th on the starting, rated at 32 is one Blinkers Tongue Strap Crossnose Band. 7 will be Grand Empire. Grand Empire finished 10th. War Hero was the winner. Alfred Noble at Palapa is number 7 Grand Empire. Race number 98 in his lone outing in Bangalore Summer, ran 10th out of 11 runners. 9th for most for the journey and ran 10th from Tongue Strap Hanging Bit, rated at 38. Number 8 will be Armin. Armin is the one who ran 11th on the starting. Indian Empress was the winner of this race. And Armin, you cannot miss it. The grey on the top of your screen, in the center of your screen was Armin, and finished on ending up 11th out of 12 runners. Indian Emperor was the Empress, was the Indian Empress was the winner of this race. And Armin on this occasion finished just beating one home. 9th BN Land of Liberty in this run, ran 11th out of 12 runners, rated at 37. From Tongue Strap Crossnose Band and Basket Bet is number 8 Armin. 11 is Radiant Treasure. Radiant Treasure, Arizona at Warsaw Pact is number 11. Radiant Treasure, who's had one outing this winter, and previously in Mysore has had 2 outings, having finished second being Glorious Dancer and subsequently third being Speedster. But this occasion, 9th out of 12 runners, Rorito the winners from Blinkers Tongue Strap, rated at 33 is number 11 Radiant Treasure. The Kabini Cup is the 4th race of the afternoon. Distance run is 1400 meters, and the cap for horses rated 60 and above. Distance run is 1400. And we have a look at number 1, Rafa. Rafa was the one who finished on second on the starting, with Asa was the one who had already stolen a march, and Rafa came and occupied the second spot, 1 3/4 lengths behind the winner. Came in from almost that 5th or 6th position to come and end up finishing on second, rated at 85 for Tongue Strap. Side Chickpeas Hood is number 1, Rafa. 2 will be Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso finished 9th on this outing. Is Toro Rosso of Red Giant out of Paula's Girl is number 2 Toro Rosso, who's had 3 outings. 8th on the first outing being Automatic, 9th in the subsequent outings being St. Petersburg, and 9th being ALS is number 2 Toro Rosso. From Tongue Strap and Crossnose Band, rated at 85 is number 2 Toro Rosso. 3 will be Into the Groove with number 6 Blue Blazer and number 8 Ashwar Raftar. These are the 3 runners we go across to. But let's have a look at the first runner coming up. Will be number 3, in fact, is Into the Groove, and second on the starting. Has been pretty consistent right throughout, in fact, is Into the Groove. Excellent out of Amazing Queen, having run twice second behind Blue Moon and Snowdawn, and the winner beating Bora Bora, second behind She's My Script, and second once again behind Carazano. Has been quite consistent right throughout. In fact, is Into the Groove from Blinkers Tongue Strap, rated at 78. 6 on the other hand is Blue Blazer, 10th out of 12 runners, just with 2 homes from Tongue Strap, rated at 69. And also coming up is Ashwar Raftar, ran 8th on the starting. After that, 6th being Sakura, the horse which is coming from Hyderabad, and this horse having finished off the frame on both occasions, rated at 62 is number 8 Ashwar Raftar. 4 will be Set to Win. So to Win ran ending up 6th on the starting. This is race number 51 of the winter run you're looking at, where Set to Win is at a multi-dimensional Set Aside, ran 6th out of 9 runners. Snowden was the winner, won very impressively was Snowden, with the rider having a peep over his shoulder, and Set to Win could only finish on 6th. One Blinkers Tongue Strap Basket Bet Hood, rated at 73 is number 4 Set to Win. Mystic Flame Mystic Flame ran second. Australis was the winner of this race. Mystic Flame was a winner in Mysore, having won in race number 11, beating Square the Circle, and second behind Point to Prove. And in this occasion, ended up finishing on second again behind Australis is Mystic Flame. Excellent out of Mystic Dances. One tongue stop rated at 70 is number 5, Mystic Flame. Angelino is number 7 in the card, who ran third when behind Multifaceted is Angelino. Well, this is another runner which came in from that back bunch to end up finishing on third on this outing, where Multifaceted had wrapped up that race well clear of this field, and Angelino ended up finishing on third, although the margin between the first two runners is over a distance, but ended up finishing on third when tongue strap and cross nose pan rated at 64. The sixth race will be the Garden City Trophy, a handicap horses rated 45 to 65. Distance run is 2,000 meters. One will be Here and Now. Sami, that of Lambensi, is number 1 Here and Now. Race number 13 came into that fighting line where Malwa had already stood in a march, and Comoros was angling for his run. Alongside Comoros was Here and Now, but Malwa emerged victorious, and Comoros finishing on second with Here and Now. In fact, Here and Now finished second ahead of Comoros. That's the order of placings in the race number 13. And Here and Now did run a mighty race to finish on a fine seconds from Blinkers Tungster Basket Bet rated at 54. 2 will be Lysergus and number 3 Treasure Striker. Lysergus was the one in race number 46, finished fourth after that win in race number 137, beating Velocitad, and fourth being Cosmos. Ran ending up fourth over that mile trip is Lysergus over that mile trip in race number 46. Night Templar was the one who was the eventual winner. Lysergus finishing on fourth. One tongue stop rated at 54. And also coming up is number 3 Treasure Striker, ran fifth on the starting. Electra was the one who ran second. Kirkwood was the winner, and Electra was the one who was leading the pack. And then it was Kirkwood came alongside and took over the running, and Electra still battled on. Now been switched on in the outside, but Electra could only finish on second, 1 length off the winner, where Kirkwood was the eventual winner in this race, rated at 52 from Blinkers Tongue Strap. 5 will be Grey Channel. Grey Channel ran second. Bernardini was the winner. This is race number 34 of the current season, where Grey Channel ran second, just about half a length separating the first two runners, and Bernardini was the one who emerged victorious to win by a margin of half a length, with the leader having cut down to just about half length at the stage, and finished on ending up second, rated at 51. Last race coming up is the running of the Division 1 of the Bellary Plate. Handicap horses rated 30 to 50. Distance run is 1,200 meters. We start off with the first runner will be number 1 Wings of Desire. Winged of Desire finished on fourth. Mega Icon, the winner of this race, and Winged of Desire taking the shortest trip towards the rails to come and end up finishing on fourth on the sorting. And right throughout fourth, in fact, was Wings of Desire. Excellent out of the Blue Horizons from Tungster Crossnose Band Hood, rated at 50 is number 1 Wings of Desire. 2 will be Alberetta, who ran second. Depth Charge was the winner. And also coming up for scrutiny is number 5, Ultimate Speed. And number 10 coming up will be Harmonia. These are the 3 runners. But let's start off with the first runner, that's Alberetta. Did run a mighty race, in fact, to end up finishing on a fine second, with Depth Charge emerging victorious to win by a neck, in fact, with Alberetta coming into the acceleration top mode on the outside to come and finish on a fine second. Neck was the verdict between the first 2 runs from Tungster Crossnose Van, rated at 49. Whereas number 5, Ultimate Speed, finished on last, in fact, rated at 47. And also coming up will be number 10, Harmonia, finished 8th out of 12 runners, rated at 42 from Tongue Strap. And Crossnose Band is number 10, Harmonia, excellent out of Touch My Soul. And 3 will be Sioni. Sioni ran third. Scarlet Princess was the winner. This is the horse, Sioni, the grey, you cannot miss it. Came in from that third last position to come and end up finishing third. In fact, is Sioni. Stern Opinion at ascent. 7th behind the Depth Charge, and this occasion third out of 9 runners. Scarlet Princess, the winner, rated at 47 from Tongue Strap, and Crossnose Band is number 3, Sioni. 4 is Tarini, and number 9, Tarini ran 8th. Attorney General was the winner, and number 9 coming up for scrutiny will be BIRCHWOOD. Let's have a look at the first runner, Tarini. Race number 42, finished 8th out of 10 runners. Attorney General, the winner, rated at 47 from Blinkers. And also coming up will be BIRCHWOOD. BIRCHWOOD ran second, 6 1/4 lengths was the margin between the first 2 runners, and BIRCHWOOD ran second on this outing, although long way second, but ran into the money was BIRCHWOOD. Green Coast at a Petra, Tongue Strap, rated at 42. Optimistic Approach is the next runner. Optimistic Approach ran 6th. Bernardini was the winner of this race, and is out of rebuttal out of Dance Royal is Optimistic Approach. This is race number 34 you're looking at, where Optimistic Approach finished on 6th on the starting, 6th out of 13 runners in race number 34. Bernardini was the eventual winner in this race. Grey Channel came and finished on a good second on the starting. Optimistic Approach ended up 6th, rated at 46. 7 will be Royal Resolution. Royal Resolution was the eventual winner in this race, was Royal Resolution, and won by a margin of 1 1/4 lengths in a pillar-to-post victory. Won very impressively on this occasion is Royal Resolution. Back after winning in his last outing in last winter, made his appearance here in race number 38 and beat WHIZZ by a margin of 1 1/4 length, rated at 46 from Pinker's tongue strap is number 7, Royal Resolution. 8 will be RICO. The eventual winner in this race is RICO. Race number 29 of the Bangalore summer run you're looking at of RICO, and ended up winning by a margin of 1 1/2 length, beating Brown Bess as RICO. The ace support out of Angel's Child is number 8, RICO's tongue strap, rated at 43. Winner in his last outing as well in last winter is RICO. Making his appearance for the first time this winter is RICO. And Trigger, number 11 in the card, is a total gallery of Hari Om is a Trigger. Well, ended up finishing on 6th on the starting in Mysore and 2nd behind Carizano, but subsequently in Bangalore summer, 9th behind Roma Victor and 6th behind Australis is Trigger, and skipped the entire 2019 Mysore season, making his appearance for this first time here in winter is Trigger, rated at 40. And the last runner for the day will be number 12, Sharp Response. Sharp Response will come in next. Is out of multi-dimension of gratitude is number 12, Sharp Response. Was the eventual winner in this race after that 6th, after that 9th, in fact, in last 2018 summer behind Trigger. Ran in Bangalore summer 2019 and finished on 2nd behind Colonel Harty, 5 3/4 lengths between the first two runners, and in this occasion here in winter was a fancied runner, lived up to its expectations, and won by a margin of a nose, finishing a winner, beating Aleef by a nose on tongue strap basket bet, rated at 39. So that's on the preview of today's races. We'll join you next week. Until then, thank you from all of us.